Alright, let me look at the Nixxiom video. Just a second, let me pause this. It's gonna take them a while to get over to Underrod anyway.
Oh, Nixxiom, I hate that guy, dude.
What do you mean?
Nixxiom again?
What do you mean? Yeah, right. Jesus Christ, McConnell, you're so toxic, man. This is terrible. Okay, just a second.
Hey there guys, my name is Nixxiom and welcome to a video that has been requested quite a few times. I've made a lot of videos talking about news about World of Warcraft, all the upcoming things, expansions, new features, all that stuff. True. I've made videos about classic WoW. I've made videos about current WoW. But there's one thing that people keep telling me. They keep saying, Nixxiom, I love your videos, but why don't you talk more about the storyline as opposed to just the features? And you know what? That's a pretty damn good idea. Now, for those of you that don't know, I used to be really into Warcraft lore. I mean, I read the books, the RPG guide, like everything. I just consumed lore and quests and new information like it was water.
I have like some of those.
Every day it was a new opportunity to learn something new about the world of World of Warcraft. And it was awesome. It was incredible. And although that's not really who I am today, what I want to talk about specifically is why I think you should give the lore of World of Warcraft a chance, just like I did, and I don't think you'll be disappointed. The truth is, there is a lot of people out there playing the game right now, just like me all those years ago, and you don't know what the heck is going on. There are some undead in the plague lands, there's these big demon people or something. You don't really know what's going on. Hell, if somebody says the words Lich King, you're like, who? Who's that? The point is that there's a lot of people out there that don't know the storyline. And really, the best reasons that I can give you for why you should give Warcraft lore a chance and look into it a little bit and take it a little bit more seriously, well, I'm going to have to tell you my story about how I got into the lore and how it has changed me over the years. So let's talk about that. When I first started playing World of Warcraft, dude, I didn't know what the hell was going on. There were undead walking around in this area. There were demons walking around here. There were cults of this and shadow councils, and what the heck is going on? What the hell's going on? You know? There's so much crap going on. I couldn't make heads or tails of it, so when the quest giver just said, hey, go kill 10 of them Draenei, I'd be like, okay, I don't even know what a Draenei is, but let's go kill them. I was like this all the way through vanilla into Burning Crusade. But at some point during Burning Crusade, I don't remember where, I decided to play a game. A little game you might have heard of called Warcraft 3.
Ooh, the
now,
good
if you've never played through Warcraft 3, go play through it. You gotta play through it. I don't care. Oh, Nixxiom, I've seen all the cutscenes and whatnot on YouTube. Dude, forget that. Go play Warcraft 3, or make sure you play Warcraft 3 Reforged when it comes out. The game is fantastic, and there's a reason why people hail it as such an incredible RTS, even to this day. From a gameplay perspective, from a story perspective, it's a fantastic game. Give it a chance. And do not give me that, my graphics. The graphics aren't very good. No! I do not want to hear that. That is not an excuse. You are not going to pass up a great gaming opportunity because of my polygons. I don't want to hear it. Go play it. Anyway, I played Warcraft 3 when I was younger, and it introduced me to the greater storyline of World of Warcraft. I learned who the Scourge were, the Burning Legion, why I shouldn't like the Scourge, why Tirisfal Glades looks the way it does, who are the Burning Legion, who's Archimonde, who's killed Jaden, all these people. Warcraft 3 introduced so much of the world to me. And ever since I played Warcraft 3, or after finishing it, I just wanted more. I wanted to know, well, what happened next? And that's when I got into reading the quest text in the game. For example, Warcraft 3 ends with the orcs founding Durotar, and World of Warcraft takes place 4 years after that. So what happened in between, you know, Thrall and friends establishing Orgrimmar and the Orgrimmar that I was experiencing in World of Warcraft and Burning Crusade? Now suddenly I cared more about these events that led to Orgrimmar being what it is today. But then, after reading all this quest text in Durotar and in Tirisfal Glades and in Teldrassil and all this stuff to learn more about the races and what happened to them after the events of Warcraft 3.
Yeah.
I wanted to learn about what happened before Warcraft 3. My love of reading quests eventually turned into a love of reading these, the Warcraft books. If you've never read a Warcraft book, I highly recommend it. You might surprise yourself. You'll probably enjoy them a lot more than you think you will.
There it is.
They're very simple reads with very, straightforward storylines.
Water.
And it really helps introduce you more and more into the greater world and the greater lore around the various races and their histories. And I think you're really going to enjoy that just as much as I did. I read as many Warcraft books as I can, man. I mean, I was reading the War of the Ancients, I was reading, Rise of the Horde. I've pretty much got every single World of Warcraft book in the other room, all the way up to Cataclysm, and that's where I kind of stopped reading the books so much.
Good idea.
And that sort of leads me into where Warcraft lore took me next. You see, as I became more of a fan of reading the books and learning the histories of the various races and peoples of Azeroth, I began to take more of an interest in what inspired all of this? What inspired Blizzard Entertainment to craft these storylines? What real-world events? And I'll never forget, it happened, this whole I wonder moment. It happened one day when I was playing a druid. I was playing my druid and I was thinking about the whole concept of druidism. Shape-shifting and turning into animals and being connected to nature and preserving the balance. And so in my free time, I went and looked up real-world druidic history. I looked up the history and the folklore and the mythologies behind shape-shifting in many different cultures, everywhere from the Celts all the way to the Viking berserkers. And I just found it very interesting. Around this time is also when I read Lord of the Rings for the first time. And obviously, World of Warcraft and other fantasy universes take so much inspiration from these books and Tolkien's work. So if you're interested in Warcraft lore, read Lord of the Rings.
That's right.
Do it. Even if you're not interested in Warcraft lore, just read Lord of the Rings. What's wrong with you? Come on, man. Along with the various cultures and peoples and customs of Azeroth, though, I wanted to learn more about the individual characters and what inspired their stories. So, for example, like Arthas, the Prince of Lordaeron. Obviously, I mean, if you didn't know, Arthas is inspired by King Arthur. Everybody knows about King Arthur and the Knights of the Round Table and pulling the sword out of the stone, but you might not know the full story of King Arthur, so I recommend it. The point is, I went from this to this to this. I went from the Warcraft lore to fantasy to the real history that inspired it. The real cultures that inspire it. And nowadays, guys, because of Warcraft lore, I mean, I can't go more than several days without sitting down and just reading a book.
Wow.
But to this day, I acknowledge that World of Warcraft acted like a diving board for me into real history. And I think that if you're a big fan of storytelling, and you're a big fan of folklore, and hey, you're just a big fan of fantasy, I highly recommend you give Warcraft lore a chance. Highly recommend it. Because just speaking for me, and possibly speaking for you one day as well, I think that getting into the lore of your favorite game or your favorite fantasy universe,
it makes it more
can inspire you
fulfilling
in so many ways and really expand your imagination. And so that's just me sharing my thoughts on Warcraft lore, why you should maybe give it a chance. Fantastic characters, great storytelling, great atmosphere, inspired by history, and it can really create a love for something more if you get into it. So, those are my thoughts. Love Warcraft lore. I love the story. I'm very excited to see where Battle for Azeroth takes us going forward with Sylvanas and Sarfang and Anduin and everybody.
Oh, I'm so excited.
And I'll just always be a big fan of Blizzard and their writing. So, those are my thoughts, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you enjoyed my little book collection. I got 1 million of them out there. 1 million history books out there, man. I got a ton of them. And, yeah, guys. Thanks for listening, and I'll see you soon.
Okay, so the best part about that video was the music. Like, honestly, the music in that video is so fucking good. I think that's kind of true, though. Like, there's a lot of, or for me personally, what got me into, like, history and stuff was Age of Empires 2. Like, I went so fucking hard about that.
Have you thought about maybe wearing a hat or some type of, head covering, like
what?
Just something over the head that you can, wololo, wololo, wololo. Give me your best. Wololo. Give me your best one.
Honestly,
Give me your best
man,
one.
like I used to not play it with the sound on because that way my mom wouldn't know that I was staying up late playing Age of Empires. I don't even understand that meme at all.
It's okay. Just give me your best one, though. Just give me your best one.
I'm gonna look like a fucking idiot.
You always do. Go ahead.
Do it again, so I know what it sounds like.
All right. Wololo.
Wololo, wololo, wololo. Come on, man! I did my best. You're gonna laugh at me already,
man.
bro. You were pre-laughing. You were pre-laughing.
Okay,
That's not even fair.
I won't pre-laugh.
That was such a no, dude. I'm not gonna do it again. Okay, that's it, man. Like
new sub sound, dude.
No, bro. Like no. Look, man. It sounded great. Yeah, he was pre-laughing. Sub sound, please. No, it's look. All right, I'll do it again. Wait, was that good?
No, you have to do it at least 2 or 3 times because in the game.
Yeah, I know. You have to channel it onto them.
Right. So go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay. Fuck no, I can't, dude. I can't. I'm making myself look like an idiot now, man.
Shit, dude.
Like, oh my god, dude. Like, this is embarrassing. Fuck. Okay, I can't do it again. I'm sorry, guys. I'll do my best. Talk through your nose. Bro, like, I don't do that, okay? Like, the video, all right, let me go back. The video was a really good idea. Like, I know some people are like, oh, I don't care about the WoW lore. Well, I just have fun. But listen, the WoW lore is actually decent. Everything up until Wrath of the Lich King, I thought was good overall, all right? My friend Jeff actually knows more about the lore than I do because he got put in jail for a year and he could order books, and he ordered every single WoW lore book. So he actually, even though he didn't play WoW for like years, he knew everything that happened up until like Warlords of Draenor. And he was telling me how cool Garrosh was and everything. And yeah, he got put in jail for a year, and he just read all the WARCRAFT books in that time. It was, works out. Why not? Yeah, why was he arrested? I need to talk about that. Okay, why was he in jail? Don't worry about it, man. I don't think he'd want me going around talking about like all of his like personal fucking drama, okay? But anyway, like, I do think the video did make a lot of sense, though. Like, I totally agree with the idea that, like, if you do, like, enjoy the lore and everything, it could actually be, like, a way for you to, like, learn more about, like, real history lore and stuff. The only issue is I don't think a lot of people care about that stuff anymore. Like, maybe it's just, like, the new age of, like, kids and stuff, but I don't think, like, people are interested in that. And I guess, like, they never have been, right? Like, I don't know, do you care about history, McConnell?
Fuck no. Dude, history's in the past, dude.
Yeah, I mean, we gotta live in the future, that's true. I mean, if it already happened, what's the point talking about it? I mean, there it is, right? Come on.
That's how I feel.
I don't know, man. Big damage on What?
Kind of seems to me...
What?
That people only really care about history when it suits their narrative, okay? And that's all I'm gonna say about that.
You think
dumb
so?
Shit. Oh yeah, absolutely.
People only care about history when it suits their narrative?
Oh yeah.
I don't know. Do you guys think that's true? People only care about history if it suits their narrative. Political and yeah, I don't really know if it's not like necessarily political, but maybe a little bit.